Hello. Welcome once again to more Ace motherfucking Attorney. It's indeed more time for more Spirits of Justice. So look at these cheapies and look at Phoenix. He's just like, I have no idea how to play this. I don't know how to play the piano. But yeah, no. This is he's like, all of the cheapies changed. He's like, oh, finally, take a break from that. That's great. This is a museum. I just wanted to play that song because it's a fucking banger. We may hear it again as we near the end of the game, and now it's time for more Turnabout Revolution. I'm looking away from the title, so I don't see what it's called. But last time, so many revelations. Dirk has been dead ever since the beginning of the entire case, and has been possessed. Maya possessed, pretty much channeled his spirit throughout the entire thing, meaning that Maya technically saved Apollo's life. Good job, Maya. But throughout the entire thing, Dirk and Maya have been basically tricking the gang, and they went to go see what was going on in the tomb. I guess because like Maya it was supposed to be because Maya is kidnapped, but Maya is not kidnapped anymore. So, that obviously means that like something else was going on there. Well, Maya wasn't kidnapped, so she was, I guess, tricking them, and they were just gonna go to confront the good old, what's his name? Right here. Yeah, Inga Karkul Karain. Sorry, I was distracted for a second. Listen to the audio. Yeah. So if he's, but then he turned out to be dead, and then they used a Magatama of Parting to get rid of Dirk out of Maya's body. And who's they? Amara Sigatar Kuran, who then channeled Dirk to come into the tomb and then frame him for murder, even though he's already dead. I guess they wanted to pretty much have the revolution stifled this way. And I guess that was the main thing. Also, there's Garan, who's probably the main final villain of the entire thing. She probably orchestrated the entire thing with her sister, Amara, maybe tricking her into thinking that Dirk tried to kill Amara, and Amara was like, all right, now maybe, I don't feel bad for Dirk. I will take the fall, though, in killing Inga, except for the fact that it's possible that Amara Garan killed Inga. And in her about to confess to what was going on, she gets shot by one of the soldiers. So just a lot going on there. It's insane. A lot of playing hot potato with who's channeling Dirk right now. This character, that character. It's kind of crazy. We're lucky the ambulance made it in time. But we've been forced into a recess for now while things get straightened out. I can't believe what just happened. Tell me about it. Do you think Garan put that guard up to it? If she did, she's going to regret it. No one gets away with something like that on my watch. Hey, yeah, Rafa, we're just talking about how your mom probably just killed your aunt. Or vice versa. Poor Queen Amara. Your benevolence? Any news on her condition? She's undergoing surgery at the hospital as we speak. They're giving her a 50-50 chance of survival, though. Oh, great. Just like that one character in Apollo Justice. Fantastic. That Garan. Justice will be served. Why? Why did this happen? Just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amara. What was that about being reunited? Oh, it's your mom, right? Okay, so that's definitely true. That's definitely her mom. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. I guess it's nothing. Fuck it. Fuck me then. I'm sorry. Shit. I guess I can go fuck myself. Right. How are you, Hornhead? Oh, you're just asking how I am. Just, going through a amount of stress. Dirk said Monty was your father and all, but blood, after all. Thank you for your concern, your benevolence. But I'm fine. Right now, we still have a trial to see through. So that's what I'm going to stay focused on. Hornhead, you are sturdier than your stature lets on. Thank you. Just don't overdo it, Apollo. Okay, Apollo? Hey, Nats. Oh man, poor Nats. It's taking him hard. Dirk. That was a real shocker, right? Alright. Can't believe the dragon is dead. That's... Say, AJ, I was wondering. When Dirk disappeared after I freed him, it's because Amara turned back into herself, right? Yeah, I suppose so. But I don't know if it was because Dirk's spirit willed it, or it was part of Garin and Amara's plan. Man, a dream of revolution. Now what are we gonna do? Is this it? Don't give up yet. There is a very good chance that Garin is the real culprit in all of this. And if we can prove her guilt in court... Hey, you're right. That could be just a push we need. The dream lives on. Yes, it does. You know what that means, AJ? The fate of the revolution rests squarely on your shoulders. All in a day's work. Ugh, who am I kidding? That's a ton of pressure. Oh no. But this is what Dirk gave his life for. So I have to do this for him. He gave his life to save Maya. For the revolution. The Honorable Rebel, Dirk Sadmati. I would have loved to have spoken with him while he yet lived. Really? Why not? I mean, he seemed like quite an interesting man. Did she bump her head or something earlier? Trial is about... well, that's the other guys on the other side of the country. Trial is about to resume. The defense is to report to courtroom at once. Already? After what just happened? Yeah, that sucks. The first thing Garin will do is respond to that last accusation. So you better stay on your toes, Apollo. I will, Mr. Wright. Ready or not, Garin. Here comes justice! May 19th. Now then, let's resume today's court proceedings. Also, I have some kiwi with me. I cut up two kiwis, and that's my snack right now. Trying to be slightly healthier. Look at her. Standing there menacingly, twirling her fingers. Huh? Who? He's been executed. Tragic. What can you do? I must offer my apologies. I never imagined a royal guardsman would do such a thing. What? He wasn't acting under your orders? How dare you cast such suspicions upon your eminence! It is quite alright, your majesty. Suspicion is only natural under such circumstances. But rest assured that he acted alone, for I knew nothing of his plan. She's probably gonna give that dude a medal. Or execute him to keep him quiet. I don't believe that for a second. Nada, your majesty. Regarding the murder of my husband, Minister Inga, I would like to offer a new possibility. A new possibility, you say? Indeed. For during the break, the real killer confessed to me. What? Bailiff, call the witness to the stand. The real killer confessed. What she got up her sleeve this time? Oh, don't. I swear, said Marty, if you go up there and you're like, yeah, no, I did it, I'm gonna fucking... I'm just gonna be like, alright, he did it. This dumbass decides to go to jail for this and die. Sure, it's whatever, we'll leave it. I have a really bad feeling about this. My shoes. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. What are you doing, man? What are we doing here? He's the one who confessed? Yep. Prosecutor-san Marty! Oh, the real killer? I questioned him during the recess, as I felt that Amar had been covering for someone. So it was that. He finally confessed his crime to me. Nayuta, you didn't really do it, did you? Apollo! Anyone with a brain cell can understand he didn't do it. Half of one. Her Eminence speaks the truth. It was I who killed Justice Minister Inga. God damn it. Nayuta! Peace! Prosecutor-san Marty! Are you absolutely certain about this? A confession of this nature is grave indeed. This dude is the biggest dumbass. He's gonna just be like, yes, I'm gonna save my mother from being convicted of murder. After, I get he has passion. Yes, I'm certain. For I killed him by my own hand. At last, the real killer has been revealed. How are we supposed to respond to this? Nayuta, retract your confession. Now! Mr. Justice, it is not yet time for your cross-examination. Who cares about that? Admit it! It was Queen Garin who put you up to this! She forced you into giving a confession, didn't she? You are out of line, Mr. Justice. Learn some self-restraint. But... Or do you have something that might prove that I did not commit this murder? That's... What do you think you're doing, you idiot? You dumbass? Truly, the truth can set us free. Looks like Garin got to him somehow. I definitely didn't see this coming. Nayuta, why are you doing this? Why would you sacrifice even your life to do Garin's bidding? Whatever the case may be, Prosecutor-san Marty, your testimony, please. Now, please, give your testimony. I want to hear this. Witness testimony. Nayuta's confession. I cannot remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Khura'in. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. My mother was simply covering for me. I'm ashamed to let her go so far for my sake. Uh-huh. Okay. Right. Well. You do understand what you're doing, right, Nayuta? You're sentencing yourself to death if you're found guilty. If that's the court's verdict, then so be it. I must obey the law above all else. Well, I'm gonna set you free, buddy. Only because I hate that woman. She's evil. Well, maybe I can fix her if she goes to jail, does her time. The law, Naira. The law, Naira, or the queen? Objection! Enough. This bladder has nothing to do with the witness's testimony. These are just any issues you may have during the cross-examination defense. Oh, I will. I'm gonna blow this problematic testimony to smithereens. Hold it! You kept quiet all this time, even though you were the real killer. Yes, and I accept that what I have done can never be forgiven. But I never imagined suspicion would fall upon the Queen herself. Prosecutor Sadmani has placed the future of our kingdom above his own life. He is taking responsibility for his crime, and is showing his loyalty to Queen and country. Without a monarch on the throne, Khura'in would be plunged into chaos. I could never wish that upon my homeland. That is why I had to let the truth be known. What a bunch of baloney! I'm gonna ask you again, Nayuta. Did you really kill Minister Inga? Yes. No matter how many times you ask, Mr. Justice, the truth is immutable. It was I who murdered Hold it! It's not too late. You can still retract your confession before the verdict is rendered. There is no retracting the truth. One either tells it or does not tell it. It is that simple. You always have to be so stubborn, Naruto. I hate how you never listen to reason once you get like this. I think we'll need some evidence before we can get him to retract his confession. Either that, we'll have to force a retraction out of him by appealing to what's in his heart. It's not going to be easy to either way. Prosecutor Sadmani, what was the motive for your crime? I had reason enough to kill Minister Inga. The future of Khura'in, huh? What do you mean by that? Yeah, what do you mean by that, huh? Minister Inga was planning to assassinate Her Eminence in a coup d'etat. I had to nip this evil in the bud, even if it cost me the purity of my soul. So you're saying the death of another is a reasonable price to pay to protect the Queen? Long have we remained independent under the authority of our spirit medium queens. We command the people's awe and respect with the power to commune with the dead. Without such a monarch, our kingdom would lose its standing in the world. But if spirit channeling is so important, why did you have Queen Amara perform the rite? I'm afraid my elder sister is quite capricious. She would fulfill her duty only when the desire struck. As sporadic as that was. It was therefore something she did on a whim. There was no meaning behind it. Yeah, of course. A meaningless whim? It's hard to press a statement like that. Now, if I may return to my testimony. I can... I'm just gonna press everything. Divine judgment? Yes, I rendered judgment upon the minister on behalf of the Holy Mother. Are you saying the Holy Mother guided you? No, Her Holiness would never condone killing in her name, regardless of circumstances. As such, I believe my defiled soul will be damned to hell. But I do not regret what I have done. I willingly sacrificed my soul to protect this kingdom's future. Snap out of it already, Nayuta! So his motive comes from a place of faith, huh? Why does that sound completely credible when it's coming from him? Well, Amara expressed a similar motive. As for her mercifulness, she is truly deserving of her title. Right. Hold it! Hold it! So you killed Minister Inga and Queen Amara, staged a crime. Is that how it went? Precisely. My mother is as clever as she is kind. She sought to conceal my crime by taking all of the guilt upon herself. Yet another lie. I need to poke a hole in this testimony, but how? Naira, could it be you... What to do? You didn't know Nana's real identity. You didn't realize Nana was actually Queen Amara, your own mother. That is not as strange as you might think. Much time had passed since we last met, after all. Right, 23 years ago, wasn't it? When Dirk saved her after the supposed assassination attempt. No, Mr. Justice. It was 15 years ago that Dirk abducted my mother. Huh? That's weird. Are you sure about that? Oh, yeah, Raven. I remember it clearly. I was around 10 years old at the time. Naira, please add that last statement to your testimony. I was reunited with my mother, Queen Amara, 15 years ago when Dirk abducted her. We have this, but I think he's right. Because that is not Naira. Objection! So we're objecting to it, but Apollo has not put two and two together that it is indeed not Naira. That is Rafa. You're saying that Dirk made off with Queen Amara 15 years ago. But that's strange, because I heard something very different from Dirk. He said that they ran off together 23 years ago. Did he say that? That is impossible. I know for a fact it was 15 years ago. Well, I have evidence that contradicts your statement. How do you explain this photo? Dirk said it was taken 23 years ago. He said that. He did. But if we take what you just said as fact, then there's something in this photo that doesn't make any sense. He was a baby, right? Like, Apollo, even I have figured out that that's not me. Come on. This isn't making any sense to me, so I suppose I should ask. What does not make sense if the photo is only 15 years old? Look at the baby. Now, you know, this discrepancy may not be directly related to the case, but I don't think we can simply overlook it either. Dirk said the baby in the photo was you. But that doesn't make any sense if the photo is only 15 years old. After all, you said you were around 10 then, right? He's definitely sweating bullets over there over something. Apollo, if this baby isn't Naruto... Wait, you don't think... Did Queen Amara have another child while she was on the run? What? Huh? And just what if the child were being held hostage? Naira, is that why you obey Queen Garen's every command? You presume too much. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. I get that. That's a reasonable reason to do that, I guess. And that's why Queen Amara was trying to take the rap as well. To protect this other child. A child born 15 years ago. It would have to be someone who's around 14 or 15 years old now. Make the cogs turn in your brain. This is just a guess. But I believe I know someone who fits the bill. This also explains the strange behavior. This is a child who was born to Dirk and Queen Amara 15 years ago. That's Rayful. All those strange statements she kept making. Now they all make sense. Of course, your benevolence. I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara and About me. From when did you hear such a thing? From Mother. And only yesterday. Neighbor was carrying on about telling the truth to the people. So I told her. I told her what the truth really was. For it is up to a mother to discipline her child. I see. I cannot accept this. Something the matter, your benevolence. Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. Why? Why did this happen? Just as we were finally being reunited. Oh, Queen Amara. Yes, all those little flashbacks. Now I see you, Nayuta. Why you do what you're told. The other child born to Dirk and Queen Amara was... Hold it! Oh, hold it. Mr. Justice, I believe I know what you are about to say, but I cannot allow you to name an innocent soul as the child of terrible sinners. I thought you might try to stop me. After all, simply revealing this information endangers who you've been trying to protect. I think this should make it clear what I'm talking about. This is a chink in your armor. The reason why your fear for your siblings' reputation. What are we picking here? I don't... Did you just pick the photo again? It's the photo. It's her. It's the baby. Derek, knees are some incident in mind by residents later. How do I move around this idea? Because I have no idea. The reason why you fear your sibling's reputation. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. He had to go through his stuff. Expelled from the royal family. Take that! Take that! And that is a file full of information that Dirk collected on what happened 23 years ago. A particular note right now is what's written here. The sins of the father are visited upon his children. This deeply held idea is why you were expelled from the royal family. Which means it wouldn't bode well for your sibling either. If she revealed to be Dirk's daughter. You became a prosecutor to bring down Queen Garon. But at some point you came to serve the very regime you despised. And that was because the queen found this thing in your... I don't know why I feel comfortable saying that. Yeah, that. That's how she came to use your sister against you. I know it's a real word, but hold it! It's like the Spanish word for black. That's like, no, I don't know if I said that. Nayuta, have you been keeping this secret all this time? Have you been trying to protect me? You are an innocent party to all this. I don't know who you are. We're not talking about you right now. We have not mentioned any names. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I only live to safeguard the law and serve the country and queen from which it flows. One such as you who is destined to ascend to the throne need not fret over one such as I. No, I cannot accept that. What you say is... it's... malarkey. Whoa, language! Lady! Don't you even care what happens to you? before country, queen, law, and everyone's future. My personal feelings are of no consequence. That is why I resigned myself to my fate. I know I must accept the status quo without any thoughts of change. Spoken like a true prosecutor and patriot. I shall continue to rule Khura'in until the day Rafa succeeds me. But that is what is best for our kingdom. I have a feeling that she'll just kill Rafa after that. It's just like, nah. You're asking too many questions. I know, Your Eminence. Yours is no small sacrifice. But I promise you this, in exchange for your life, the child shall remain safe, and the kingdom shall prosper. Yo, hey, everyone, she just dreading the child. That is all I can ask for with my meager existence. Nayuta, is this really the new you? Resigning yourself to the will of another, and killing any hope you held for the future. No! The Nayuta I knew would never let himself be turned into this! Now, Your Majesty, if you would hand down your verdict. Objection! Objection! You can say you're simply accepting your fate, Naruto. But I know that deep down, there's still hope in your heart. Oh, Holy Mother, preserve me. Actually, I think that was just him saying, like, oh, Holy Mother, preserve me. I'm not sure. He has a very serious face about this. I think you'll read this two ways. He was either, like, very serious about it, or he was, like, rolling his eyes, like, oh my god, not this again. Like, come on, please. I can't tell. It's kind of hope that perseveres through the most desperate of times. And it's what binds you, me, and Dirk together as a family. No, because this has demonstrated to me that you haven't lost all hope yet. Oh, and Naruto never confiscated it. Take that! When you interrogated Dirk, you confiscated all of his possessions as potential evidence. All except this. Did he take your attorney's badge too? No. I thought it strange, but that's when it looked like he was going to take it from me. He changed his mind. So tell me, Naruto, why didn't you take his badge? You couldn't bear to take it from him, could you? And I know why. It's because his badge means something special to us. Hey, Dirk. Why are you still wearing your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream. Not until my very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Nayuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Khura'in's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. You may say you've given up, but that's not how it really is it? You never gave up, and you never will, because you still believe that all of the wrongs will be righted someday, don't you? Come on, Naruto, don't do this. I can accuse her. I got this. Just leave it to me. You are very perceptive, Mr. Justice. It may very well be as you say. Why did I not confiscate this badge? Even I did not know. Until now. Perhaps I was waiting for him to save me. Save you? Yes. Save me. Like he did. On that day. Naruto! Apollo! Hold on, I'm coming! Whee! What father wouldn't risk his life to save his own children? Naruto, Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call when you need me. Understand? Someday, he would come and free our family from the chains of the past. Perhaps deep down, that is what I believed. I believed in Dirk, our father. Naruto, I knew you. However, it was but a dream. And now that dream has died. Murdered, along with Dirk. So now, as the eldest, the responsibility falls squarely onto me. No matter the cost, I must protect her. Please try to understand, Apollo. Understand why I shall bear all this sin. It is the only way. But
Such insolence!
sorry, Naruto, we're not letting that happen. You have wasted more than enough of my time, lawyer. Do you not see the futility of your desperate floundering? The immature immutability of his duty? I mean, think about Naruto. Okay, I do get that, like, I didn't really think about Reifa being the hostage of this entire thing. Which makes sense now. That he would continue to be like, yeah, I'm old. Yeah, arrest me. have me get executed for this, which is very sad. That does suck. I just kept thinking about his mom. I was like, obviously it's about her mom. If she's, wants to get arrested, sure. That being said, just like threw Dirk under the bus. I was like, obviously Dirk is evil. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. No notification again. That sucks. Anyway, hello, Snow Monkey. Thank you. Oh, hello, Briz, as well. Welcome. Welcome. We're here. Mori's turn. It is time to accept defeat. I don't want to do that. There's still more of this game. I have no idea how long this trial's going, but still more. Shut up. Now watch as the hammer of justice comes down upon your dear brother. Your Majesty, the verdict, if you will. Oh, yes, Your Eminence. Objection! Wait a second. What do I do? What do I do? Does the defense wish to raise an objection? There's gotta be some way to save Naruto. Apollo. It all goes back to that incident 23 years ago. I don't know years, I guess. It's branded him the son of a criminal. So if we could once and for all prove that Dirk didn't try to assassinate Amara, right, Naruto and Reifa's father would no longer be viewed as a criminal. But I thought there wasn't any evidence left. Because it was all destroyed in the fire. Dirk investigated the matter for years, but never managed to learn anything new. Yeah. Really? Nothing at all? Could an exceptional lawyer like Dirk try that long and really uncover nothing at all? He had over 2 decades, Apollo. Huh? He's right. I thought Dirk would have gone to his grave without discovering something new. He must have secretly planted something to topple Garan with somewhere. Take another look at the evidence. You just might find what we need to break out of this situation within there. This situation went in there. I got it! If the defense is done stalling for time, I shall now render my verdict. No, wait. About the assassination attempt 23 years ago. The defense has some new information it would like to share. You do? Well, we had intended to deliberate that case in the course of this trial. Dirk, did you leave something behind for me? Is there some connection I'm missing here? Ruh-roh. Very well then. What is the source of your new information about the case from 23 years ago? What about his corpse? The flower? What about there? That could be somewhere. It's always some new information. The dragon. What the dragon symbol? Does it have anything like relevance to it? The only thing we have there's his badge. And it's right here. Looks maybe slightly different, but... What about Jove Justice? What about him? Well, I can see that he has a very dapper hat. Did he leave me something in here? There's an incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. But she didn't die. The letter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Naruto was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon the children is deeply rooted in the minds of Kodaini's people. But wasn't his name Jove Justice? I thought that was that I read that somewhere. Well, we know his name. Oh, is that like a alias? What about this? Photo of my father. How about this? A photograph? Yes. Do you recall the traveling musician who died in that fire 23 years ago? How could anyone forget such a painful chapter in our history? The poor fellow was caught up in the blaze that was meant for Queen Amara. We never knew his identity though, as his belongings were burnt to ashes. Well, about that. The truth is, he was my biological father. Oh? What? What? Of course. With his photo and her benevolence. Exactly. We might be able to prove Dirk completely innocent. And that would free her from the infamy of having criminal blood in her veins. Because here in Khura'in, we can witness the final memories of the dead. What utter nonsense! Oh shit. Let's go. There was no evidence left in the wake of that blaze. That's what you think. But Dirk went to the ends of the earth to bring this little souvenir back for us. He did? Yep. And boy, is it the best piece of evidence ever. He knew that with it, he'd finally be able to conclusively settle the matter here in court. And save his children. Let's fucking go. Your Magistrate, the defense requests that we hold a divination seance for this new victim. Objection. What a waste of time. The events of 23 years past have already been deliberated at length. Oh yeah, except for the fact that, you know, Queen Amara's alive, so yeah. But wasn't Dirk on trial for that incident as well as today? So we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we failed to look into this new lead, would we? Garen's very unlucky right now. It's like, oh fuck, oh no, not this. As the presiding judge, I will now share my thoughts on the matter. The attempted assassination of Queen Amara is a case we can ill afford to leave open. And now it is attempted. I believe that the final moments of the victim will prove to be very important. Therefore, it is the opinion of this court that we should conduct another divination seance. Why you? Your benevolence. Rifa, I need your help on this. If you knew the full name of the victim seen in this photo, you'd be able to perform a divination seance, right? Of course. Leave it to me. Thank you. My father's full name is... Jove Justice. All right. Let's go. I mean, we also could have Maya bring him in here, and he could be like, yeah, no, that queen totally killed me. Also, hi, son. He's like, hi, Dad. Now, your benevolence. Please commence the divination seance when you're ready. Here we go.
Oh, Holy Mother, we hold that let the eyes
we've been through this before.
dance of so that we may receive.
That was even Kiwi. Unless it's Gorgat Shah, I'm gonna skip through this again. As we did see this again already, multiple times. Although I do like the song. Burning heat. Burning. Apollo! It's baby Apollo! No! No! Apollo! Metallic sound. No, my baby. No. So tragic. The spirit of the victim has granted us a window into his final moments. It would appear the divination seance was a success. So those were my father's final moments. That baby we saw must have been you, Apollo. Yeah. I will now decipher the experience of the deceased. Are you ready, Hornhead? Yes. Please proceed. Very well. Here are my interpretations of the facts as gleaned from the seance vision. Here's the insight. Someone attempted to assassinate Queen Amara by setting her residence ablaze. Hornhead's father happened to stop by and was knocked out by the assassin. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter found at the scene of the crime. That is how he was determined to be the assassin. Hornhead's father tried to save his son, but sadly he perished in the attempt. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. My father's final moments. They're right here for everyone to see, but... can any of them unlock the truth behind what happened 22 years ago? Oh, it's a lot of heat and burning. That's, you know... setting the resonance ablaze. Crying. Then the pain. Knocked out by the assassin. AKA murdered. Because its pain is probably, I don't know. It's a stab. I mean, there's blood on it, but it could also been just like a metallic sound. That's the thing. What is that? Who's over there? Wait a minute. Aha! They were wearing gloves. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter that was found at the crime scene. However, the hand holding the lighter in the seance vision appears to be gloved. I believe you're right. What could this mean? That was planted. It calls into question whether the hand in the vision really was Dirk's. If only we could make out the details a little better. Very well. I want him to focus a bit more on what the deceased saw. Perhaps that will refine the seance vision. It is a gloved hand with a... It does seem that there was a glove on that hand. Those are cuffs. Is that Inga? Inga, you silly guy. So what significance could that have? It means that Dirk's fingerprints got on the lighter at some other time. Somebody could have even put them there after the fire. Objection! All you have is pure speculation, while the fact remains that they are fingerprints. Therefore, it stands to reason that Dirk was the one who used the lighter. Objection! Objection! It just means I have to prove that the figure in the vision is someone else, using the information in my father's final memories. Either way, it seems that I must revise my insights. But if someone had put his prints on the lighter after the fact, then we know not to whom it belongs. Okay, she updated her insights. Time to go over them and see if there are any new inconsistencies to be found. So, okay, there's a new piece of sentence there, so... we know not who it belongs. Now, we can't see this man's fingers, but, like, I mean, it could be this guy. I mean, he has, like, sleeves like that, right? I'm not going crazy that it could be indeed him. We just go again with this. Objection! Objection! Look at those cuffs. Those are your dad's. Wait. Then this means that the real culprit is... the figure in this vision is clearly not Dirk. The distinctive band around their wrist gives their true identity away. Ah! The wind blows. What? That design! It can't be! Sorry about this, girl. Your dad is kind of an ass. This will prove whose band was captured in the seance vision. Wait, what piece of evidence we have of that? Oh, yeah, here. Take that! That photo. So you do believe the culprit to be... Justice Minister Inga had cuffs with this exact same pattern on them. You're referring to the cuffs of the Justice, correct? Yes. I hear they're a traditional part of Karani's Justice Minister's attire. Wait a minute. But he wasn't the... oh my, it was her. Yeah, so it was Queen Amara. Because she was the cuffs of... those are specific cuffs of justice for the person in charge. Then Amara was the queen at the time, and the person at the time who was the Minister of Justice was none other than Garan. I keep mixing up their names, by the way. I meant to say Garan. I keep mixing up Amara and Garen's names. It's Garen. Yeah, no. Garen was the girl at the time, so yeah. So it's her. What does this tell us? It tells us that the figure in the vision is none other than Karine's late Minister of Justice. Inga Karkul Karine. No. Not my father. Actually, no. We plotted the assassination of the former queen as well as the current one. Justice Minister Inga. So then Turk's innocent of off the charges. Aye, dragons. They've been right all along. Hold it! Naruto? Naruto, what's going on here? What you've proposed is not possible, Apollo. But back then, Inga Kurkul Karan was not the Minister of Justice. What? Justice Minister 23 years ago was... You, Queen Garden! What? Oh, right. She served as a Minister of Justice before succeeding the throne. I guess she also prosecuted the assassination attempt 23 years ago as one. So then, the figure in this vision is actually... Your Eminence. It's you, isn't it? Not saying anything. This is madness! Why would Her Eminence do such a thing? Because she would ascend to the throne. She wanted to usurp the throne from her sister Amara. That's why she tried to assassinate her. Oh. Oh, whoops. Unplug my headphones. I find this all very hard to swallow. Your Eminence, are you the one responsible for tearing my family apart? Yeah. I mean, come on, we guessed that at minute 1, dude. And was it you who killed my father? Well, Your Eminence, I'm asking you a question.
Such insolence!
Such insolence. Huh. Peasants. Always carrying on about things of no import. You do not deny it then! You conceal the truth and use me for your own designs! I mean, yeah. Oh, Nayuta. Spare me your feeble-minded line of questioning. Even if Dirk were cleared of all charges, it shall still be I who decides Rafa's fate. You do wish for her to be queen someday, do you not? I mean, we could just usurp you, I mean... Guys, let's just charge Stan. Let's just kill her. Remember, get the guillotine out. The child lives only by my good graces. Now kneel before me and fulfill your end of the bargain by offering me your head. Come on, Naruto. Rescind your confession. Your Eminence. I am done heeding your commands. Even as you used my sister against me, I still believed you. I believed that protecting your secrets was in the best interest of this kingdom. But you have been deceiving me all the while. Nayuta. Nayuta! You dare defy me! Your Eminence. I can turn the other cheek no more. Therefore, I hereby retract my confession in the murder of Justice Minister Inga. Retract, you say? Oh damn, he did it. Dirk, the final piece of evidence you left behind has released Nayuta from his suffering. And now he's finally free. Oh, what's he gonna do? Take off his glove? And all this time, not once did I reflect on my own conduct. For I believed all was fate. Lost in my own sense of resignation, I was unable to wake from my despair. But you, Apollo, have awakened me with your demonstration of our father's creed. Oh, he's giving me his glove. Unless he just tossed it on the floor.
A dragon never yields.
Yeah, let's go. He has a tattoo. I will carry on Dirk's legacy and fulfill his dream. Hear me, Garin. I will cast you down from your bloody throne. Long live the revolution! Let's fucking go! Insolent fool! Now even you prattle on about revolution. Oh, there goes our other nails. Would you look at that? Well, Apollo, it seems we're finally making some headway down the road that Dirk carved out for us. Yeah. Now we can just prove Garin's guilt. We can continue on down that road towards the revolution Dirk dreamed of. Your Eminence, you have been accused of the crime committed 22 years ago. Would you like to say anything in your defense? Not so fast, Your Majesty. But the cuffs could have been stolen and used without my knowledge. So you see, they can hardly be considered proof of anything. Why, I believe you're right. Ah, damn it. We know she's guilty. I mean, come on, look at her. It's the final boss of a JRPG. Well, lawyer, is there any other evidence you would have me refute? Let's go! Unfortunately, this photo was the last piece of evidence Dirk left for me. So as far as evidence goes, I've got nothing else regarding that case from the past. I mean, maybe we can like bring him here. Maybe we can see, tell us some things. However, now that Prosecutor Sanmati has retracted his confession, we'll have to redeliberate the current case from scratch. Yes, the defense speaks the truth. Even though it is clear who the guilty party is. Queen Garin, the defense accuses you of the murder of Justice Minister Inga Kakul Karain. Did you put on new nails? But do you have any evidence, defense? Evidence that will prove Garin was the killer. There is still one more avenue for us to explore, Mr. Justice. There is. Minister Inga's final memories. In them, the minister's killer posed as Dirk. Therefore, one must ask, how did the killer dispose of their disguise? Hey, you're right. A lot of blood would have been splattered onto the killer. So the blood-soaked clothes would have to be dealt with somehow. I mean, they burned them, okay. But where did they burn them? If they're still around somewhere, then... Objection. Huh, I was wondering what absurd idea you would concoct next. Clothing can be disposed of most anywhere. I doubt you could find them now. Objection. Then you don't know us very well. Your benevolence. Yes? On the day of your father's murder, you had been watching the courtyard from 2 p.m. And during that time, you saw Queen Garin, did you not? Yes, I did. I saw my mother entering the palace from the courtyard. But I was told not to mention it because it had nothing to do with my father's murder. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's a very piece of important information we have not had the entire time. Some locked room mystery, I swear. Rafa, you would not dare. And the queen headed into the palace. Did she have Dirk's clothes in her possession? No. No, she did not. So maybe she disposed of them somewhere in the courtyard. Objection! The police did a thorough sweep of the area following the crime, but they did not find anything resembling Dirk's clothes. But you knew that already, didn't you, prosecutor? Alright, well, stand up. Or sit up. Yes, I admit to no clothing was found. Boo, no. We're fucked. Huh. So you admit you were merely speculating, chasing phantoms and illusion of evidence that never existed. This makes no sense. Clothing doesn't just disappear like that. It just vanishes. Unless she's a ninja and just substituted it out of thin air. If Garland wasn't carrying any clothes, she must have gotten rid of them somewhere. Somewhere where she thought they'd never be found. Where they'd never be found, huh? I believe Dirk's clothes were hidden here. Somewhere in the tomb, right? Oh, the ocean, the little pond. Either that or in the tomb.
Take that!
Impossible. A thorough search has already been made of the entire area. But you... No! Damn it. If we ever hope to locate Dirk's clothes, Mr. Justice, it would have to be someplace that was beyond her benevolence's field of vision. Otherwise, she would have noticed a bundle of bloody clothes. Right. Okay, good point. Wait, can we load this? So this is her quarter. She's like looking like that. Shoo. Shoo. So it's gotta be the tomb.
Take that!
Somewhere in there. The tomb. I believe the clothing was hidden there. Yes, it's the only place it can be. Very well done. Where in the tomb you believe the clothes were hidden? The sarcophagus? I mean, that's my guess.
Take that!
Of course! That makes perfect sense. The clothes weren't simply hidden. They were returned to where they belonged. She put it on the corpse. By that you mean... The killer would have had to get to Dirk's clothes. Had to get Dirk's clothes from somewhere. She stripped the corpse naked. That's messed up. And then wore his clothes. That's even more messed up. Luckily, they were right there. Yes, of course. At the time of the minister's murder, Dirk's body was already in the sarcophagus. So the killer would have simply borrowed his clothes. Right. Before the minister entered the tomb, the killer put on Dirk's clothes and then hid behind the curtain above the sarcophagus. After that, the minister was killed. After the minister was killed, Dirk's clothes were returned to his body. So what? This is all speculation. We know not whether those clothes were actually used in the murder. Therefore, you cannot prove that they are somehow connected to the case.
Objection!
Objection. That's where you're wrong. But I believe you already knew that. These clothes were definitely used during the murder, minister's murder, because of this. Blood splatter on top of it. Look at that. The bloodstains on Dirk's chest are no doubt a result of being shot by the minister. However, that doesn't explain everything. There's also some blood splatter extending from his left elbow to his abdominal area. I believe this blood splatter came from I mean, I kind of guess who it is, but let's just save there. Good old Minister Inga.
Take that!
Yeah, stay out. If the killer wore these clothes during the murder, the blood splatter must have come from Minister Inga. I thought it was all Dirk's, but that makes sense. Only one way to be sure, though. Let's get those stains analyzed right away. Indeed, this may be the conclusive evidence we need to prove the Queen's guilt. Objection! You cannot prove it was I who hid those clothes! They could very well have been hidden by a third party! Haven't we been through this before? There cannot be third parties. But could they really? Actually, I guess you were the third party, I don't know. I'd say the possibility of someone other than the Garan hiding the clothes does not exist. No, it's not. It's just not possible. Your Eminence, I recall you saying the following. The key to Amara's sarcophagus is under the protection of the royal family. My husband and I are the only ones who could open it. Therefore, it would be impossible for someone knave to open it. Oh yeah, that's right. I actually forgot about that. I did. That was your own testimony. Word for word. Why, you insolent. Admit it. Only you could have hidden Dirk's clothes after they were used in the murder. And that means you are the one who killed Justice Minister Inga. Insignificant worm. You dare accuse me, the ruler of Khura'in. Do not think for one moment that such objection. I'm afraid such arguments are invalid here in the Sacred Hall, Your Eminence. Because even monarchs aren't above the law. It's the end of the line for you, Queen Garan. Time to come down from that lofty throne and face justice! Either she breaks down here, or she transforms, and then we go into a final boss. I think she said Inga. It's really quiet right now. Uh-oh. What now, lady? Me? Face justice? Surely you jest. You are in no position to force my hand, lawyer. Oh? Oh? Surely you haven't forgotten about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, should I be convicted of murdering my husband, your dear brother who delivered false testimony in my defense shall also be found guilty. Fuck. Fuck. That's not good. What? That can't be. Can it? By delivering false testimony in the course of protecting a guilty party, you would certainly be judged by this court as having supported a criminal. And the Defense Culpability Act would most definitely come into play. But that law is so broad that anyone could be convicted under it. When it comes to the DC Act, even I am conflicted. And yet as it currently stands, it is the law of the land. And as you said earlier, no one is above the law. Of all the absurd things I've seen, this law really takes a kick. This is messed up. No. Now what? What can we even do at this point? Well, no, it hasn't before. Well, no. The prosecutor hasn't been the murder suspect before. So... it's because he basically confessed and was like, I did it. I murdered the person. And because he did that, it's like, well... you did a false confession. That being said, I guess, yeah, No, I guess because his false confession, he deliberately was like, I'm guilty. It's a lot of thought in that. Could it have been before though? Nayuta did go against us. He's not defending anyone, but when he decided to, he wasn't defending anyone in those other cases. But when he decided to be like, I murdered Inga, I was like, that's when he, I guess, defended the queen. Now what? What can we even do at this point? You need not look so forlorn. Dirk has been cleared of all charges, so let us leave all thoughts of the real killer and revolution in the past, where it belongs. She wants us to just let her off scot-free, and yet I don't see any other choice. Apollo, we cannot yield to her here, Apollo. If it will move the revolution forward, I will gladly face the DC Act. Now do it. Accuse Queen Garin of the crime she has committed. But...
Such insolence!
Such insolence! What you speak of is not revolution. Our kingdom will not function without its sovereign. And Rayfa cannot ascend to the throne, for she is yet incapable of channeling spirits. Thus to accuse me is to wish destruction upon our fair kingdom. You terrorist! Terrorist? That's a very mean thing to say. If you would still insist on accusing me, then as ruling sovereign of Khura'in, I proclaim the following. I'm gonna just make this law right here, right now. Just fucking... All who imperil the crown, no matter the reason, shall be subject to immediate execution upon the Queen's orders. What the fucking shit? Immediate execution? They'll get you first, lady. Do you still not comprehend? Then let me be clear. For the sake of the kingdom's future, in accordance with the laws of Khura'in, I command that you be put to death at once. Oh no. Yeah, this is illegal. You shouldn't be able to do this. They're both sweating so much, like, oh no. This is going a bit too far. Why is the Quran Royal Guard? They were on standby in case of an attack by foolishly optimistic terrorists. Now, if you would continue to oppose me, the very embodiment of the law. I kind of felt like this was gonna happen, but it's surprised she took this long to get to here. Then under my regal authority, you shall all be put to death.
Objection!
Started laughing. Oh, come on, this is insane, even for you! You can't possibly get away with something like this. This is a court of law. You can't just order our execution without due process. Hold it. Now look, Apollo. Truth and due process are certainly important. But so is your life. So think before you speak again. But... Oh, man. Yo, guys. This is some bullshit. Come on, think about it. Please, Apollo. Do not make this any worse than it already is. I cannot lose you to the Twilight Realm, too. What am I supposed to do? How do I win against an opponent that can rewrite the law as she sees fit? How can I ever bring her to justice? Is this really how it all ends? It is your life or your accusation, lawyer. You cannot hope for both. It is time to cease this insanity. What do I do? Should I accuse Queen Garin? I don't actually know. Let's close our eyes and see what happens. Which one did it pick? Oh, I was going to accused. Okay. I know what I have to do. Mr. Wright. You know that saying you're constantly reminding me and Adina of? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You never failed to surprise me, Apollo. And Naruto, you know that creed we've known ever since we were kids. A dragon never yields. Apollo, they are not merely words. They are what carried us this far. So now it's time to honor these words and the memories of the ones who gave them to us. I couldn't agree with you more, Apollo. Those words are more important to me than you know. If there's any time to remember them, it's now. It would seem, Apollo, that not one but two auspicious creatures dwell deep within you. A fierce dragon and a virtuous phoenix that shall scatter the clouds hiding the heavens. I shall join you in your death-defying bluff. This is the time where I just go into my brain and then just go do a dive. I think I finally understand what those words really mean, and the resolve they embody. Are you smiling, even in the face of certain doom? Is there no end to your defiance? Unfortunately for you, no. Or even the law. Force me. I won't let fear or even the law force me to abandon the pursuit of truth. Because there is another saying in my country. Truth will set you free. Also, hang on, sadly, at this very important moment, I have a phone. Back from that break, yes, the truth will set you free, ma'am. Indeed. That is precisely what Dirk sought to do during this trial. He wished for us to break free from a certain despicable spider's immobilizing silk dreads. We won't be intimidated by unjust laws or give in to fear. Abandoning the truth like that is just not a part of my playbook. Yeah! There's only one path before us. Revolution! The time to make Dirk's dream a reality is upon us. Your Eminence, if you are the law here in Karine, then your very existence is wrong. Does your desperate bleating know no end? I know it's a bit late to ask, but what's the plan? I don't want to really get shot in front of Maya and Adina, and then have Trucy find out that I'm dead over the seas. You know, that would really suck. That would really suck, to be honest, Apollo. Well, if Garin is going to execute us on the spot under the Defense Culpability Act, and the law itself derives its power from the authority of the Crown, then there's only one thing to do. We dethrone her, right here, right now. Alright, but how? It's not like we have a lot of time to come up with a way to do it either. She'll allow you to perform another cross-examination while we think. Don't worry, I'll come up with something. We'll be fine. It just says, oh, I'll come up with something, it's fine. It's like, huh? We can't give up now. Not now. We have to keep on fighting. To the end. We can't allow these broken trials to go on. It's time to make things right. Yeah, let's go! If I accuse Garan, Naruto will be subject to the Defense Culpability Act. Which means he'll be put to death in accordance with the law. So the only way out of this is to dethrone Garan right now. Could this be the key to dethroning Garan? Probably Rafa? Or the Founder's Orb? Rafa's too young right now, so she can't really get the crown. So what about the Founder's Orb? They haven't used Founder's Orb at all in this entire trial, so that's my guess. The Founder's Orb is the key to dethroning Garan. Dirk was convinced that the orb is the key to the revolution and Karine's future. In light of Garan's obsession with the orb, it makes a large amount of sense. She probably doesn't want anyone using it to gain spiritual powers and rights to the throne. Inga definitely tried to do just that, but that's where it starts to fall apart. Inga couldn't have channeled the Founder, even after abducting Miss Faye. After all, He didn't know the founder's name. Inga didn't know the founder's name. Okay. So, how do we get the name? Well, my guess was Mystic Ami Faye is the founder. The orb was one and the same. So maybe her name is Ami Faye. The name of the founder is only known to those who become queen. That means the only people who currently know her name are Garin and Amara. So even if someone else had the orb, they wouldn't be able to channel the founder. So that begs the question, why is Garin so fixated on the orb? She wants power? Absolute power? Okay, let's not overthink this. Garin is obsessed with the orb because... it's a national treasure. It's a national treasure? So maybe she wants to make sure it's in Quran where it belongs? Could that really be the only reason? No, it can't be. The orb must play a much bigger role in all this. Can she not channel spirits? Yeah, she got the drone out of... but she also wants to clear her name. Yeah, no, she got the drone out of trying to kill her sister. Garin wants spiritual power. Could it be? It's hard to believe, but... if she wants spiritual power, does that mean Garin can't channel spirits? That would mean why she had Amara perform the rite of channeling. Oh, that's right. She probably only does it. Is that why she let Amara live? To stand in for her when the time came to channel spirits. So if Garin can't channel spirits, she'd have no claim to the throne. Garin has no claim to the throne. Woo! Garin's Defense Culpability Act was established under the Crown's authority, but if she has no claim to the throne, then the DC Act would become null and void. And no, not just the DC Act. All of the insane laws she's enacted will be swept away in one fell swoop. That's how laws work. Sure. At least in this place. Okay. You claim the authority of the Crown. You of all people. That's a good one. Have you truly lost it, lawyer? Indeed. I would have the defense explain himself at once before he gets shot in front of us, and I do not want to see that, to be honest. It's very disturbing. It's easier, Magistrate. Why is Queen Garin so obsessed with the Founder's Orb? Why did she let Queen Amara live? And why was she having her mercifulness perform the rite of channeling in her place? The answer to these three questions point to a single conclusion. A fact that will shake this kingdom to its very core. I still do not follow, Apollo. Please get to your point real fast. They looks like they're reloading the guns. Your Eminence, I have just one question for you, and please be honest. You can't actually channel spirits, can you? What? You believe the Queen is not capable of communing with the dead? Pretty much. The defense will explain himself at once! They're getting ready to fire! In Quran, the ability to channel spirits is an absolute requirement for a would-be queen. But Your Eminence, if you were incapable of doing that, then you'd have no claim to the throne. Not only that, but every law you've passed will be rendered null and void. Oh shit. And you, the Garin Royal Guard. You seem to be rather enamored with the Queen's supposed spiritual power, but what if she had none? What if she was just an ordinary person? A pretender to the throne? It's crazy talk. Impossible! Everyone knows only spirit channeling. Objection! Such blasphemy. On what grounds do you make such a defamatory claim? Queen Garin, if you think I'm just out to defame you, then prove it. Prove it using this piece of evidence you want so badly. Here you go.
Take that!
All the conditions for summoning the Founder should be in place. With the orb, we know what the Founder looks like. And as Queen, you should know the founder's name. Also, I think in the previous trial, well, in the same case, previous trial, I think it was revealed that Ami Faye was not the founder by looking at her. So probably I was wrong about that. Although it's been a while. I haven't done that trial in a long while. This case has been so long. Now, if you would, Your Eminence, please show us the great spiritual power you bear as Grand Priestess of Quran. Oh, to witness Your Eminence's great power in our own eyes. The Holy Mother will appear before us. Oh, great miracle of miracles. Praise me, Your Eminence. May almighty spiritual power show us the way. Yeah, go ahead, Garon. Do it. Enough. Enough, I say, you mindless cretins. Your Eminence? Can it be that you cannot? No. No, I want a lawyer. Summon one at once. You killed them all. You can't really summon one. Aren't you forgetting something? There aren't any lawyers left in Quran, only prosecutors. You can take your Defense Culpability Act for that. Your Eminence, please give us a glimpse of your magnificent spiritual power. Summon her holiness so she may guide us. I've had enough of you! Out of my sight, all of you! If you truly are capable of channeling spirits, then get on with it already, Your Eminence! You sneaky, underhanded wretch of a lawyer! That reminds me. You said something to this effect earlier. It is time to cease this insanity. Don't you feel stupid for saying that now? Indeed, of all the things she has said, I can think of nothing more ludicrous. Apollo, teach this deceitful, putrid queen a lesson she won't soon forget. Oh, good, you're insulting her now. Thank you. Gladly. Also, he said his name! I just realized he just said his name. He's always been calling him Mr. Justice. Gladly. Because it really is time to cease this insanity. Garin! Your reign of terror ends here! Ah! Oh, this is it? This is the breakdown? Very well. Demonstrating my facility, yes. Oh, dang, it's auto-playing, sorry. Behold, the magnificent power to commune with the dead! How do you expect to read that so fast? Oh, Your Eminence! Yeah, I could do it. Watch this. I'm about to fucking dance. I've seen my daughter do this all the time. Yes. Oh, great spirit of the founder who dwells within the Twilight Realm, heed the secret covenant of the orb, and appear before us. Oh, here it comes. Do the dance. The dance. Didn't you decide to do the dance? Or you just... What's wrong? Are you not feeling well? Spirit of the founder, grace us with your time. The time is now. I beseech you, appear before us. Heed my call, founder. Please. Something. Shit, they're already ready to kill her. Goddamn. No, wait. I was just warming up. The rite actually starts from now. Look. Holy. There she goes. Oof. Victory! Prosecutor said Marty. How is Her Eminence? It seems she now believes that she herself is the Holy Mother. That's not true. I see. But her attempt at spirit channeling failed, did it not? Sadly, she seems unable to accept the facts. I fear it will be quite a challenge to question her later.
And what, if I may ask, was her motive? I understand that she killed Minister Inga in order to prevent a coup d'etat, but what if an attempt to assassinate Queen Amara 23 years ago? I don't know, power, probably? To become queen herself? Maybe she just craved power and attention. She likely developed a psychological complex from her inability to channel spirits. That's why she kept Queen Amara alive to perform the rite of channeling for her. In that way, it would seem as if she had great spiritual power. In short, she built a cult of personality upon fear and lies. Then again, do not all tyrants. I'm surprised the cops accepted it so easily. It's like, oh, she can't channel spirits. Get ready to shoot her. I was like, what? Immediately? Okay, that's a bit off, but whatever. So then, she never really intended to kill Amara, huh? What I don't understand is why Queen Amara even listened to Garan in the first place. Especially 14 years ago, before Rayfo was being held hostage. Why would she keep letting the people of Karan think she was dead? While she kept quietly performing the rite of channeling for Garan. My mother is a gentle soul by nature, and loves her sister dearly. So when Garan told her to hide because Dirk was out to kill her, she believed it. What's more, she did not wish to tarnish the name of her beloved sister. That is why she acquiesced so obediently to Garen's request to keep channeling for her. That was very dumb. That's not a smart move. Until she fled with Dirk and was told the truth, that is. And then was convinced again, and then came back. That's what happened. And since Rafa was being held captive, I imagine Amara had no choice but to help cover up the truth behind Inga's murder. Yeah, living secretly as Rafa's servant, Nina, no doubt only deepened her love for her daughter. She'd do anything to keep her safe. All the more reason to hide the painful truth from her. Well, that was the case for the ages. It also took a very long time. Prosecutor Zamani has been cleared of all suspicion in the murder of Minister Inga, as has Mr. Dirk Zamani in the assassination attempt of Queen Amara. Hooray! Now then, it is high time I handed down my verdict on Dirk and Nayuta Sadmati. Not guilty! Yay, we did it! Look at the pretty flowers. Oh, the butterflies. I forget that they're butterflies. There are also petals in there. Unless there's like parts of butterflies. Butterfly wing parts. That's disturbed. Dirk, I hope you're watching. I proved your innocence. Now you're just smiling again. The revolution you've always dreamed of is finally happening. With this, I may finally say this court is adjourned. Oh. May 19th, High Court of Crime, the accused lobby. We did it! Way to go, Apollo! I was on the edge of my seat when those guards stormed the courtroom. That was a shocker, alright. Can't imagine anything like that happening back home. I know, right? I was ready to go on down there and teach them a lesson myself. Really? I was barely able to hold her back. Oh my gosh, she actually was gonna do it. Hold me back? You were about to go ballistic after a while there, Adina. Yeah, well, I was thinking about helping you smack a few of them around, to be honest. Remind me never to say or do anything to deserve a Maya Adina double suplex. You did a fine job out there, Apollo. Thanks for all the great advice, Mr. Wright. Nah, it was all you. That perseverance and never say die attitude you showed was impressive. I actually learned a thing or two myself. Aww. What? For me? That's a laugh. There were a number of times where I wouldn't have blamed you for giving up. But you stuck it out to the end. You came away triumphant. A sheer force of will. An inner strength forged in countless trials. You overcame the most desperate and hopeless situation I've ever seen. I don't know all about all that. I mean it. You've really come a long way, Apollo. You are now the Ace Attorney. I have nothing but respect for your abilities as an attorney. Really? Aren't you exaggerating just a little bit, Mr. Wright? You did it, Apollo. You finally won his seal of approval. I'm pretty sure I won that a while ago, but okay. What about me, Nick? My channeling's come a long way too. After all, I was deemed worthy enough to be used in 2 major crimes already. Yeah, and 2 major chances for me to become someone for you to channel next. Oh my god. Honestly, I couldn't have done this without the support of each and every person here. Mr. Wright, Athena, Nayuta, and of course, Dirk. Oh, I see how it is. I'm chopped liver, Apollo. Poor Maya. That was pretty cool, Polly. Oh, no, I thought that was fucking Daz. Trucy, how did you get here? Trucy? Trucy, what are you doing here? It's magic. I'm afraid she employed the old let's stow away in the Mr. Edgeworth suitcase trick. How are you with that? Bro, what the fuck? Where's she been for the past day? What? Though it certainly explained why my suitcase was so heavy. That's also very dangerous. Tell me you at least noticed it was heavier than usual. Trucy, do you even have a passport? My magic panties are in extra dimensional space. It's like a mini universe in there. I can produce a passport at the drop of a hat. She's gonna steal a passport. This girl gonna steal a passport. Right. Maybe some things in the world are better left a mystery. Horn head, barbed head, loopy head. I'm forever in your debt for what you've accomplished in this Hall of Justice. Without your presence, I may never have changed as I have this day. It's pathetic, I know. That's where you're wrong, your benevolence. It was you who changed yourself. Only you could choose to defy Gara. I mean, we helped a lot though, but yeah. Give her that positive affirmation. She deserves it after being fucking the daughter of Queen Garan, goodness. And that decision was yours and yours alone. That's right. All we did was present you with an opportunity. And you made use of it with gusto. This victory is yours, your benevolence. You should be proud of yourself. I see. So, I am worthy of my title after all. I shall work to heal our kingdom so that it may know peace and prosperity once more. Please get rid of that act. That's your first ruling as a queen. Just do that. Yeah, you sure bounce back quick. So, your benevolence. I take it you learned the truth of your origins. That you are the daughter of Dirk and Queen Amara. Yes. My mother, Her Eminence, told me. She said it was a part of my disciplining, if you can call it that. Sounds more like blackmail. Yeah. Keep quiet or I'll tell everyone you're the daughter of a criminal. My mother was also so insufferable. Or, should I say my former mother? I guess her aunt, in this case. Sounds like there was no love lost there. She's gotta go through all that therapy to realize that her parents, or quote-unquote parents, were, bad. But you cleared Dirk's name. My true father will no longer be known as a criminal. Therefore, I have nothing more to fear. So what's next for the Kingdom of Khura'in? I mean, you lost your queen, so... A benevolent Princess Rayford will ascend the throne. Oh, that's you. What up, Nayuta? Nayuta? But she can't channel spirits yet, right? Indeed, which is why I will act as a regent on her behalf, until the day she comes into her own. Yes. Yes, your help will be greatly appreciated. Prosecutors... big... Please, don't. It's fine. Bruh. Come on, you got it. You don't need to do it. It's fine. It literally just happened right now. Is she gonna say what I think she is? What are you looking at, you horn-headed nincompoop? Ow! Ouch! In any event, I will be assisted by Nayuta and Queen Amara for the time being. Queen Amara? Is she okay? The country offers counsel to the rulers of neighboring kingdoms through channeling. It is a duty I intend to fulfill myself one day. But for now, I will have Queen Amara assist me in that capacity. So then, she's going to be alright? Yes. It seems the bullet went straight through her without doing any serious damage. That's a relief. That's good, you got your mom. You did it, AJ! Next to you, both Dirk and Nayuta beat the charges against him. And you got the revolution rolling to boot. The revolution? Dirk. Guess you were right to believe in me after all. Yes, sir. There's gotta be some major changes around here. The ecosystem's gotta return to its rightful state, like how Dirk always wanted. And the name Apollo Justice will go down in Karani's history. Yeah, right. Oh, Naita, before I forget, there was something I wanted to give you before I head back home. You wish to give me something? Yes, it's Dirk's birthson. I think you should have this. I'm gonna say it just in case, but I think I know what it is. Here, you take his badge. It's yours.
Take that!
This is Dirk's. I have to get back to the States. And I know you're a prosecutor and all, but as the man that's going to change Karine, it's only right that you have it. To change Karine. Yes. Yeah, in Dirk's place. Apollo. I'm afraid I must refuse your gift. What? Why? There is something I would like to show you. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? Mr. Wright, won't you and your friends please join us? Oh. Sure. What's going to happen? Is this going to be a cutscene? Oh no, we're going down here. What's up to say? Everything that we have here can't be wrapped up that fast. So why'd you bring us here, Nayuta? You have to go through the sewers for this, man. Apollo. I want you to stay here in Quran. What? But why? We've lost our queen, and our kingdom stands at a crossroads. Most of all, we will need to rebuild our entire legal system. Naturally, that includes reintroduction of lawyers to the court. Wait. You're not asking me to. He's gonna leave. Yes. I want you to take over this law office. This law office? Oh my god. Also, can there be a better entrance? With you as a lawyer and me as a prosecutor, we shall rebuild Korine's legal system from the ground up. You want me to help rebuild the legal system? That's a lot to take in. Although I cannot do this without you. As a lawyer, you are Dirk's spiritual heir. And having studied in America, your legal knowledge will be indispensable. This is way out of my league. The revolution is still in its infancy. But it was Dirk's dream to restore the legal system to its rightful state. Will you not help me realize that dream? Oh man, that's a lot to put on him. Come on, AJ. You know it's what Dirk would have wanted. Let's do it together. I must be taken aback by my sudden request. But please give it some thought. Of course. I'm honored that you asked. Still, I have my job back at the Right Anything Agency to consider too. And your half-sister. Don't worry about that, Apollo. Besides, this is something only you can do. Something only I can do? I mean, to be completely honest, our office would be a bit short on firepower without you around, but hey. And also cleaning. Now you have to learn how to clean. Mr. Wright? Actually, I'm sorry, but I can't get on board with this. She's gonna miss him. Athena? I mean, there's still so much I want to learn from you, Apollo. That's right. I won't be it won't be the same without you. And everyone back home would really miss you too. There's no way I can agree to this. Aw, still. If you really wanted to stay. Yeah, Athena's right. It won't be easy, but... Athena, Trucy, Apollo, no one but you can make this decision. Know that I will not question whatever choice you make. My flight leaves tomorrow morning, Apollo. Think you can make up your mind by then? I'll try. Ooh, talk about a difficult decision. Should I go back to the US and continue working at the Write Anything agency? Or should I stay in Karine and help Nayu to rebuild the legal system? What's the right thing for me to do? Don't ask me, Apollo. That's what you gotta go do. Oh man. May 20th, 8 a.m. Temple. What about all this stuff? I think we only came here for like a bit. Like, didn't he go back home to get like Lisa's things? Where does he live? In an apartment? He's gonna get the stuff from his apartment or house or whatever. You're basically telling him about his life. The bus to the airport will be here any minute. I wonder where Apollo is. Do you think he decided to stay here in Karine? Oh, in Phoenix. I bet he was up all night thinking. This is a life-changing decision after all. But whatever he decides, I'll have to accept it. I guess this means no more courtroom battles alongside him. Hey, guys! I know that booming voice anywhere. From anywhere, yeah. Hey, what up, man? Yeah, I made it. Oh, I forgot. Apollo, you're here! Does this mean you're coming home with us? Well, how about that? Mr. Wright. Yes? I've made up my mind. Here it is. The moment of truth. I still have so many things to learn from you. But I've decided to stay in Karine. You're staying? But oh, I feel like I have to pick up where Dirk left off. I can't let his sacrifice go to waste. I see. Plus, I want to teach others everything you've taught me about being a lawyer, Mr. Wright. Apollo. Dirk's roadmap for the future and your teachings. I believe that these two things will save the people of the kingdom from further unrest. I want to do this. No, I have to do this. Apollo. I've never felt prouder. Aww. Proud to have had such an amazing attorney working under me. But someday, I'll return to the US. Yeah, to the US. Once the new legal system here is firmly in place, I'll be back. Scout's honor. Will we really see you again, Apollo? You bet. Not that I have any idea how long it'll be. But I promise you this, everyone. keep on learning and growing. I'll come back to the US an even better lawyer. So don't you forget about me. Of course we won't, Apollo. There'll always be a spot waiting for you back at the office. In the meantime, we'll be rooting for you. So knock him dead. You got it, Mr. Wright. Although I actually have to go back home, so I need to get my stuff. my stuff to live. I'm gonna miss you, Polly. Aww. But if this is it, then I'm gonna support you, your choice all the way. Thanks, Trissy. Good luck with your magic act. I know you'll do Troop Gramarye proud. I'll be cheering for you too, Apollo. But don't think you're the only one with room to grow. Next time we meet, you probably won't even recognize me. Oh. In other words, game on? You bet, and I'm gonna win. It's gonna be Athena Sykes, Ace Attorney. It's like, good luck with that, Athena. They didn't even put my name in this game. I'm gonna miss you too, Apollo. But can't wait to see where your new adventure will take you. Well, there's our bus. I guess this is it, Apollo. I'll never forget everything you've done for me, Mr. Wright. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Here's to seeing you back in the US. Seeing you back in the US again someday. It's a little weird. Weird phrasing. Until then, you know where to find me. Oh. Red Lawyer Boy has grown up. It's the legacy of those who came before us. I always love this track. So good. It's handed down from parent to child. Aww. He thinks of them as his children. And from mentor to disciple. Oh, okay, no, damn. You didn't need to add that part. They're basically your children. We must never stall or stagnate, but continue to grow and change. All that we've been taught, the beliefs and convictions that have been passed down to us, we must continue to nurture them, so we, in turn, can pass them on to the next generation. What the fuck's gonna happen when Ace Attorney 7?
Are you really sure you're okay with him staying, boss?
Uh-huh. I always figured he'd leave the nest someday.
I'm surprised you came along. Aww.
Oh,
Look at him go.
you're almost here.
Just a little. Got it.
What's wrong with you?
Why don't we go and check it out, AJ?
Oh, hey, look, she's queen now. Do, 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 do. Yo, what up? Where's Amara? Huh? His spirit. I was actually surprised he didn't ask for Dirk to be channeled one more time so he could be like, yo, why the hell did you trick me, Dirk? You jerk. And then hug him or something. But that's fine. The Justice Law Offices. What a name. I mean, yeah. That's probably the way to go. That's it, huh? That's the real end of Ace Attorney 6. What a case. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go through the thing. Yeah, okay. Go on, Mr. Hat. Introduce yourself. I'm the amazing Mr. Hat. Nice to meet you. I want to take this opportunity to announce my solo debut. It seems Mr. Hat doesn't want Apollo to leave him in the dust. We're fierce rivals, you know. I can't let him hog the spotlight. It's not just the same when Apollo is it. Yeah, I kind of miss him too. I know. We should give him a visit in crime. Yeah. After seeing Mr. Justice in action, I got, what can I do for crime? Then I came to me, tourism, that's what. I'll develop Koreanism tourism industry and bring more visitors. I will allow a night tour center and make a museum dedicated to the Defiant Dragons. Oh boy, the ideas just keep coming. Smart, smart. Bam, bam, bam. We're gonna see the twins. We gotta go through all of them, right? Oh wait, not yet. I want to congratulate you on becoming a forensic investigator, Detective Scott. Thank you, but Prosecutor Samadi says he has need of me, so starting tomorrow I'll be working in Quran for a while. Look at it this way, I'm sure it'll be an educational experience. True. Lost, I can't. That kid show me. I can't let that kid show me up. I'll see what I can do for Quran's revolution. Well, challenges of a long way. I look forward to the next investigation upon your return. Oh, this guy's going to Quran as well. Aw. There they are, there's the twins. Darn that forehead face. Ever since he revealed the secret behind our teleportation trick, show requests have totally dried up. I'll be on the street if we don't find some work soon. Maybe we should take up Trucy on her offer. She said she can make our debut as magicians at the Right Anything Agency. Shut up, I'm gonna show her up someday and in my own terms. And fires you up like a bit of rivalry. I hope they do take her up on that offer. That would be depressing if they were homeless. Hey yo, it's you two. Go on, like this child's full of love and hope. I have faith that Dirk and my darling daughter. Have no fear. We'll see Dirk's legacy through to the end. And just for Junior there, here's the secret being a man. Hold the death pose. Wah, wah. Oh, it sounds like little Fatar saying no. Come on, little guy, don't be shy. Dun, 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 dun. I've been pulling double duty ever since Apollo left, but that's okay. I'm gonna make Simon recognize me for the awesome lawyer that I am. She's breaking in our boots. Push it. I can do it, and I will. He's right now be calling me his right-hand woman before you know it. Let's do this. I really do hope the next X30 does focus on her. That would be nice. I think Apollo got a good amount of focus. Even though it's a little like, some of it was Phoenix, some of it was Adina. Bucky, how dare you deliver my order in such a sorry state? I'll be mad, Simon. It was a huge shop yesterday. Oh, sure, it tastes fine. Here, try some. You vomit on that order, man. Did you just vomit on the... You great big Pollock! I just lost my appetite because of you. Not to find good help these days. Would you say, old chum? Hey! The trial the other day really inspired me. And created a Rokugo routine based on Chisho's case. It's a mystery story that I keep flipping the audience. It's called The Scary Udon Noodle. You're giving away too much of the title. Keeping the tornado school going is our way of paying penance and repaying our debt. It includes Rokugo training for Owen. Why are they here though? They couldn't come up with another screen, so they put him back at the trial court. It's like, yeah, here they are in the court. Like to see Uendo back. I like that character a lot, even though they're in a bit of a filler case. And the sword! Ha ha ha! Even the ancient ruins and their fancy smashing Tomb Raider traps are no match for me! Fuck, are you just stealing shit now? The university where my father worked is helping me help him with the dig. One day I'll discover the unknown ancient civilization and dedicate it to him. I'll also be going on the dig grind too. Now private justice had better not be slacking off. There was a huge amount of cast of characters this time around. Hey, those Fays. I'm gonna be super busy now that I'm on the head of the Fae clan. Don't worry, Mystic Maya. I'll do whatever I can to help. Thanks, Pearly. Our first order of business will be to revolutionize Karine Village. Oh, I have an idea. How about opening a store where we can buy new outfits like the city girls wear? Look who's all grown up. But I think there are a few more pressing matters to take care of first. Yeah, you're right. Guess it'll be a while before I get my revolutionary makeover. That is true, you've worn that outfit for years. The same outfit. I mean, it's always Maya, I guess. Nope. Mother, now that you have stopped being Nana, I want a new Nana. I wonder where would anyone be willing to serve you? You're quite a handful. And with a simple wave of my hand, you would have your attire changed, meals prepared, teeth brushed. I think I put such an undue burden on you. You Grand Priestess of Karat. Fear not, Reina. You will have plenty of time to wish to make it up to me. Perhaps you could start with one famous shoulder rubs? I don't know, it's a good idea. Also, yeah, that is technically weird, huh? She just basically ordered her mother around like a servant for a long time. Her benevolence has taken to calling me Braidhead. Even worse, she trembles in her face and turns red when she speaks to me. What have I done to deserve our animosity? Well, it's true that I am merciless in the Hall of Justice. To begin such a dismissive name is entirely uncalled for. Oh, what am I to do? Perhaps I should consult Apollo about this. Right. You'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. Is there a last scene? How's he doing, Mr. Wright? Great. He's a respectable lawyer in his own right. Even has his own practice called Justice Law Offices. Thank you. This wouldn't have been possible without you. Oh, before I forget, I made a copy of this photo for you. Is this who I think it is? A photo? Oh, Jove. It's her! It's so good to see him again. LaCroix! Oh my gosh! After all, they've both grown into fine young people now. Yes, you're right. Perhaps it's about time they knew. What a fucking cliffhanger to be like, yeah, let's leave it on that. It was Lamoire, that's right. I was like, I almost said LaCroix. I was like, who's that? Lamoire, if that's how you even pronounce it. What if they were like, yeah, let's fucking put a fucking I forgot about this Joker. A teaser. Then they didn't make another game. And they haven't made another game since. It's been in limbo. That being said, they've been making HD collections, so I mean soon, at some point, they will wrap this up again. They were like, yep, I'll tell them when I get to it. It's like, yeah, alright. You'll get to it, alright. Oh, they're showing all the losses there. Breakdowns, as it were. But yeah, it's technically the end of Spirit of Justice. But people have been seeing the menu. There is indeed one more case, yes. It is another DLC case. And as I've been told, though, this time it takes place after the events of this game. So maybe we'll get answers to whatever the hell went on in here. I'm gonna doubt it. I'm gonna say that they probably are not gonna talk about that cliffhanger in the DLC case. I don't know though. I do wonder who we'll see. But this is the original ass ending of the game. And let me think about all the cases. Try to wrap my head in what I thought about them. First case was a lot better than the last first case in Dual Destinies. It's very good. Introducing us into a crazy world. The second case, probably one of my favorite cases. It's short, but like, I don't know, I guess because it did what I wanted. It gave more time on both Apollo and Trucy, and even a little bit Dina, as they dealt with the magic part of the story. Which I felt like they kind of basically, I guess, tied a bow around it, but although I guess Lamour are coming back, the hint of that would indicate that maybe that'll come back at some point. So that was definitely one of my favorite cases. The third case, again, falling under the third case syndrome, even though it reintroduces Maya, and, you know, I love Maya, but, not a good case. I remember I did not like it that much. It's been a while since I played it, as I've played Dawn Trail already, and it's, I can slightly remember the man committing suicide is a bit of a stretch. And being like, yeah, I'm gonna just commit suicide in order to frame, to cast not suspicion on my wife. Always is a cutscene. Are we getting a thing? I want to give him a photo. Oh. That being said, you think they would like have him be in front of the offices and pose in the photo? Oh, it's a letter. Dear Mr. Wright, I can't believe it's already been a few months since I decided to stay. I'm sorry I haven't been good about keeping in touch, but things have been really hectic. Also, this game was made in 2013, I want to say? Do y'all don't have email? Y'all writing fucking hand letters? There's a mouse right over there. I think email was at least a big part in the 2013s, and now obviously we just do whatever app that allows us to converse over the seas. Rebuilding a legal system I'm not yet familiar with has been a real challenge. But I will say, it's given me plenty of work to keep me busy. Oh, there you go! This is the DLC case, that'd be funny. Have you not given the autopsy report even a cursory glance, Mr. Justice? It's just, I have 15 clients on my plate right now. Though I probably shouldn't have accepted all 15 at the same time. Whoops. Please, sir. Oh, please. Are you going to help me rebuild Krine's legal system or not? If you are, we need to move through this case backlog faster. Yeah, I know, but besides, those 15 are only the beginning. There are 10 more awaiting your services. Huh? I too have friends and acquaintances seeking legal representation. And being that you're only one lawyer in the country, I told them to contact you. I estimate it will only add about 16 clients to your caseload. Huh? Huh? Now, wait just 1 minute. I've been handling our advertisements for your new office. They read, from legal advice to investigating extramarital affairs, even yak milking. For a limited time only, these services and more are free down at the Justice Law offices. Free? I've already received requests from 380 new clients. I'm gonna have to say something, aren't I? What the fuck? I trust you did your cords of steel exercises this morning. Well, go on. There is no need to hold back. Now that you mention it, we have yet to hear you shout today. Yes, and I've grown quite drowsy from those tedious proceedings. I could use a loud something to wake me up. Do not disappoint me, Hornhead. Go get him. There's really only one thing to say at a time like this. It's a word I've said countless times in my career, but one I'll never get tired of.
Objection!
Objection! God, he's got so much to do. Hopefully they get more fucking lawyers in that country. But yeah, I was talking about the third case. Yeah, some leaps of logic I wasn't a fan of. The fourth case, I usually don't like saying filler. But my god, that was filler. The fourth case was just filler. That being said, it did have Wendo, one of my favorite witnesses in the game. So, all around it was alright. And the fifth case, this has been a long ass case. The first trial of it being Apollo versus Phoenix was pretty damn good. I do have some issues with Apollo Phoenix being like, yeah, I'm ready to defend this dude who's obviously probably guilty. Similar to the Matt on Guard case that he did way before. So he's basically kind of regressed a bit as a kid. I don't know. It's a weird thing. And then there's the second case. Introducing Dirk as a character. What a cool guy. Him and Apollo's relationship, just going to all of Apollo's third backstory, but still a very important one. Kind of wrapping up a lot of stuff was really cool. You know, obviously having Apollo be the main character is probably smart, since he is the, you know, should have been the successor. And I felt like Dual Destinies didn't know whether to be like, well, should we have Phoenix step down? Should we not? And so having Apollo take the lead of the final case was very smart. At least narrative final case. Obviously, I see here, I think it's Phoenix is going to be in charge of this, whatever that is. And the second trial involving all of the spirit channeling changes is kind of insane, but I do enjoy it. I do think like some of it's like Amara kind of is like, yeah, I'll help out my sister even though she's possibly evil. I know, I guess it's because if we really think about it, Rafa was being held hostage, but like there could have been like a moment where they could have just been like, let's just take Rafa and leave. Like, we should probably take Rafa and leave because this is maybe getting a bit too crazy. But I guess the entire country was going down on them, so that is, I guess that's why Amara was like, yeah, no, I'll pretend to be with this. I don't know if she was pretending, like when Apollo was going against her. She obviously was ready to be like, yeah, all right, I'm guilty of killing Inga. And she probably was gonna do that for Rafa. It was a little weird. Amara's character is a little odd because I can't tell if it was all naivete or she was genuinely like, I know my sister's evil. I'm gonna just. I guess we never get to hear from her, and we all just have Nayuta say it. And I guess this wraps up Nayuta as the main a prosecutor attorney arc. And compared to the other prosecutors, maybe he's my least favorite. I don't know. It's hard to say. He doesn't have a lot of interesting personality. I do like that he's different. He's definitely different than all of them. He's more soft-spoken. I do like that he has a change of heart near the end, where he's like, all right, yeah, no, the dragon never yields. That's pretty raw. He takes off the glove, and that's pretty awesome. But like, I don't know, it's all right. So it's Miles, Francisca, Godot, then there's Clavier, and then there's Simon. Simon was pretty cool that he was just a fucking prosecutor who was arrested. He's just a lot of fun. He has a bird Taka. Naruto doesn't really bring a lot of that. A lot of most of his gimmick is to just insult the attorney by calling them names, and he's definitely hard in his ways. And it's nice to see that, you know, as the course of the trials go, him, you know, break out of his shell and realize, okay, maybe this kingdom stuff is not great. Although I'm basically doing it just to protect Rafa anyway. So, you know, I'm not. Maybe it was a bit of brainwashing, just being like, I might as well go with the queen to protect Rafa, or it was only to protect Rafa. I mean, it's very complicated in that idea. In terms of final cases, in games, because this is basically the final case, no matter what this says. At least in the trilogy. Funny enough, I think I like this case better, despite how crazy it is and mashed up into a timeline. Although the fourth case was probably still the best in the fourth game. And this technically, I guess, tried to become a trilogy, but not really, because it's like you could tell one game was written by the original dude, as it was setting up Apollo to become the new guy, and then the next two games was written by someone completely different. So obviously it's hard to mesh them all well into one coherent trilogy. Also, thank you for redeeming hydration. Yeah, I should probably drink that. Okay. All right. But overall, I had fun. I'd say it was a fun time. It was, it's hard to have my thoughts on all of this, on which one's the best game is probably number 4 still. But maybe, I don't know if I like this better than Dual Destinies or not. Still, in terms of quality on each case and how they all wrap up, to be honest, I think Dual Destinies has more of an overarching story, it feels, where it's, even though I like that Trucy and Apollo, you know, become the main focus of episode 2, it also is a filler case. If I really think about it, both this and this are filler cases. The 3 ones that propel the plot, 1, 3, and 5. I mean, that's also fine. I mean, not every case is going to be important. Literally fucking... second case is a filler case if you really want to say filler. Whatever. But I had a lot of fun with it. The second one. And while this one propels story, I didn't like it as much. So yeah, I mean, it's, I mean, I definitely liked it a lot, that's for sure. I think at times the 5th episode has been messy. Also, it's obvious who it is, right? What was cool about Dual Destinies, the final case, it's like, who is it? Even though I guessed it, I was still like kind of iffy on like, I wonder who it really could be. I mean, I don't know. I still could be wrong. It's still like, but then I guessed it and I was like, oh shit, it really was him. And that was a big moment because I was like, yeah, I was right. Let's fucking go. But this one is like, we know it by fucking case, by the 3rd case when we get introduced to that character. Hell, you can maybe guess it by case 1 who it is. There's not really a mystery on who the final villain is. They try to throw you off by being like, oh, maybe it's Amara because she, you know, did this. But it's like, she's obviously evil. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's... you know, it's definitely odd. If you want to compare it to like, we obviously know who the final villain is, type of thing. In the original Ace Attorney, the 4th case is the final case for that one. You know what? Yeah, and it's, you know, we know it's Von Karma. But did we really know it was gonna be him? Because like he was just gonna be like, oh yeah, no, I totally did this all. Like, he kind of comes out of nowhere, even though you can tell he's like, he has villain energy. You're not really expecting that the prosecutor is the villain. Gant? I remember Gant? It's like, okay, maybe he's it. You can tell maybe he's the villain, and he turns out to be it. But you know what? I'm thinking, like, what is it that makes them memorable? Is that Gant was around for at least most of it, and when Von Karma even appeared in the last case, he had a lot of presence. I feel like Garin doesn't have that much at all. She just sort of appears once in like episode 3, and then like because of how the structure of the game is from going overseas and going back to the states, quote unquote. You don't really get to have Garin as a presence. Like, you can tell that she's probably evil, but it's like whatever until like the final bit of it. It's weird. But so yeah, I think the final villain is a little bit of a letdown if I really consider it. Consider to all other Ace Attorney final villains. And even in this trilogy, like the Phantom, mysterious. It's like a big oh shit, and it fits with the theming. And in this one, we know it's Kristoff at some point. By this point, it's like, okay, then we know it's Kristoff. He's behind it all. But he has a lot of he has a lot of connection with Phoenix. It seems like it feels like he fits. It's yeah. But overall, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. Whether or not it's my favorite game in the trilogy, probably not even close. It's probably still 4. Whether I liked it more than Dual Destinies, that's also hard to say. I don't know. I'd have to think about my thoughts more on that. I don't want to go too deep into it right now. it's a lot to consider. But that's kind of it, right? That's it for the fifth case